Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another adventure for Neverwinter Nights 2. This time we're going to be playing a mod called Serene. This is the remake version, and it is created by a gentleman by the name of Songo. I hope I pronounced that correctly. He's also the author of the Bad Habits module and a Fairy Tale module. Those are really good modules too. I actually have a playthrough of the Bad Habits one I did quite a few years ago, so you can probably check that out too. I'll leave a link to this module in the description below so you can download and play it yourself. I am using a unofficial patch that I made myself. It's going to fix a few things. Some of them aren't actually bugs, but it's more of a personal preference type of fix for me. Like, for example, I made this so it's same as the OC death system. So if your whole party goes down, you're going to have to reload. Whereas prior to that, it was a respawn system. So if your main character died, you just click the button and your character just miraculously gets back up and he's respawned back to life. I really don't care for that, so I changed it to the OC death system. The next thing I fixed was the first companion that you pick up is a monk, and she is a little bit OP. She is not a legal character, that's for sure, and I really don't like playing with illegal characters, so I changed her blueprint a little bit. Yeah, she's got a little bit more ability points than she's supposed to have for her level. In addition to that, she's got I think it was like 9 extra armor class points for natural armor, and I removed all that. She shouldn't have any of that, so I'm not entirely sure if that was a bug, if that was done intentionally, but either way, I really don't care for playing with illegal characters, so I made her more of a legal character, so she's good to go now. At least for me. Something else, I did fix a bug that was dealing with some conversation triggers, and Songo even made a mention of this issue too in the description for this mod, that some of the conversations will try to make an attempt to fire, but there's no actual conversation file, so it'll look like your character like teleports to and wants to start a conversation, but no conversation actually starts. So I think I fixed that. There's a couple areas I think where that's going on, so it should be all squared away. The next thing I did fix was there was a lot of magic items in this mod that use the bugged out version of the damage resistance properties on these items. So for example, if you have damage resistance against physical types like piercing, slashing, or bludgeoning, those don't actually work. You have to use damage reduction with physical damage types. So I used a script that essentially checks every item in the whole module, including any items that might be in containers or on creatures or equipped on creatures, and lets me know if there is a item on them that has that bugged property. That way I can identify it and make a new blueprint and fix it. And for the most part, I fixed all of them. Now, I didn't do it for all of them because there are some areas where like whole hordes of orcs are using this bugged out armor and stuff like that. Those I didn't touch because I'm quite certain that would unbalance the game, because a lot of these magic items that have these damage resistances are really high. They're like 15 or 20 points of damage resistance, so it's going to make things a lot more difficult. So the ones I did fix for sure was the items that I know that the player is going to get once they kill these creatures. They're going to be able to pull it off of their bodies or something like that. Those blueprints are fixed. And there's other blueprints that are on the boss creatures also that I fixed those. Some of those items the player won't be able to get. They're specific only to the boss. So, but I wanted to make it challenging so those bosses could actually take advantage of the damage reduction themselves. So now with this patch that I made, once you fight some of these bosses, they will actually have damage reduction. So keep that in mind if you're fighting these guys and you're using my patch. And I'm going to leave a link to my patch in the description below, so if you want to download it yourself and test it yourself, more power to you. Now, I only did it for like the beginning of this entire campaign, so if we run into more of this stuff as we play through this campaign, I'll add any kind of fixes to this unofficial patch. And I'm going to try to make it save game compatible wherever I can, so if you re-download this patch, if I added something new to it, you should be able to use it in the middle of a game by installing it, and you should be good to go because it should be save game compatible. So, alright, let's take a quick look at this description here. You wake up at home in the village of Marintree, slightly worse for the wear, after a night of partying with the local dryads. A contest is being held in the village to select people to join the Order of the Moon, as your sister Serene did a couple of years ago. Events unfold, and what starts as a hunt for Serene turns into revenge. Alright, yeah, this is definitely a story-driven adventure. This is going to be kind of like a hack-and-slash adventure mainly, but there are some long conversation areas that are going on too, and there's a lot of dialogues between you and your companions and stuff like that. They recommend starting at level 4 to 5. I am going to start with, I believe it was a 5th level wizard I'm going to be using, my old Peldor of Ulm. I used him in a lot of other adventures years ago, so we should have a little bit of fun here. Alright, let's go ahead and start. And we have a cutscene. It's nice to get out of the village for a while, isn't it? Yes, but always good to go back home again. I wonder what Serene's been up to today. Probably burnt the place down, knowing her and those books. Don't say that. That could be true. Mind you, I can't see any smoke. Yet, I wonder what's been going on here. Whatever it was, it happened recently, and it's probably what scared the birds earlier, too. Looks like they didn't put up much of a fight, either. They aren't even armed. And it doesn't look like they died from natural causes. Very nasty indeed. I haven't seen anything like this around here for years. I wonder who they are. No idea. And I've definitely never seen them before. But it looks like they're from the city. Did you hear that? It's coming from up ahead. Hurry up. Hold on. I always knew I married a hero. It's just up ahead. Come on. All right. Save some for me. Alright, here we are, in your home. Alright, first things first, let's take a look at our character here. This is Peldor of Ulm. This is a character I used in a few other modules prior to this one. So he's got a little collection of inventory here. He is a 4th level wizard, moon elf, neutral good. His highest scores are Dexterity and Intelligence, both of which are 18. Dexterity is actually getting increased by a magic item. Everything else is average. He's a generalist wizard. And for skills, he's got a decent concentration and craft alchemy and some into craft armor as well. And I don't think the crafting skills are used in this module, so you can probably avoid putting points into that. Let's see, he's also got a decent lore and spellcraft, and he's also got a little bit in the tumble. For feats, he is a Wizard's Apprentice, which gives him a +1 to Spellcraft, Lore, and Craft Alchemy, although a penalty to Fortitude and Spot. He does have the Toughness skill, which gives him extra hit points. And he's got Luck of Heroes, which gives him a bonus to all saves, as well as a +1 luck bonus to armor class. And finally, he's got Spellcasting Prodigy. For the purpose of determining bonus spells and the saving throw DCs of the spells you cast, treat your primary spellcasting ability score as 2 points higher than its actual value. Alright, that's a decent one to have. And for behaviors, I am using the TonyK AI mod, so there's a lot more behavior options in here. I do want to change some of these while we're here. Let's set his follow distance to near. And spell casting, we're going to set to scaled casting. And I want to set automatic weapon switching to off. Sometimes that gets to be an annoyance if you're carrying a lot of weapons in your inventory. He'll switch to a weapon that you didn't really want to use. So I like to leave that off. I prefer to switch weapons myself. And let's see, what else can we change in here? There's a lot of cool ones in here. Something I do want to leave on for sure is, yeah, this one. Pause for traps. I definitely want to leave that one on. Alright, and let's see, let's get him a new portrait real quick. Let's see, there's one I like to use for Peldor. There it is right there. Let's set that one. Alright, now let's take a look at his gear. He does have a Mage's Skull Cap, which gets his concentration increased by +2. He's got a Cloak of Resistance +1, which increases all of his saves by 1 point. He's currently not wearing any armor. He does have a set of Gloves of Concentration, which increases his concentration even more by +3. Belt of Agility +2, which increases his dexterity by +2. That's why it's currently up to 18. And he also gets freedom of movement from that. And he is wearing Boots of Hardiness +1, which gives him a armor bonus, a dodge type armor bonus to his armor class, and it also increases his constitution by 1. So now it is 13. He has a Quarterstaff +2, a Amulet of Natural Armor +1, which gives him a natural armor bonus. And he's got a couple rings. One is a Ring of Fortitude +1, increasing his fortitude, and he's got the Ring of Wizardry, which gives him a bonus level 1 spell. He's got a Bag of Holding, and I believe I have some scrolls in there. Yeah, he's got some extra scrolls in there. These are higher levels spell scrolls that I cannot scribe into my spell book just yet until he increases his level. So he's got Fireball, Improved Mage Armor, and Deep Slumber. I put him in the Bag of Holding to prevent him from inadvertently casting those off of a scroll and thus losing the spell. So I want to save those so when we get up in level I can scribe them into his spell book. He's got a assortment of potions. He's also got Improved Choking Powder and a Firebomb. He's got a Wand of Fire, which allows him to cast Fireball. There's only 2 more charges left in it, however. A Wand of Missiles. He can cast Magic Missile. There's 44 charges left on that. Xaltar Shortbow. I think I can probably sell that. Yeah, it's a shortbow with Mighty +2. Some arrows. You got Braces of Armor +2. I think the reason I didn't have them equipped is because I always cast Mage Armor on him, and those armor bonuses don't stack, so I prefer to leave that. Gloves of Concentration on. I want to keep that Bracer, though, and we might be able to use it on one of our companions once we collect them up. He's got a Boots of Reflexes +1 and some necklaces we can sell. A Ring of Protection +1. I might be able to... You know what? Let's equip that now. Yeah, his armor class is going to go up with that. Yeah, we can swap out that Ring of Fortitude +1. That's not too valuable, but... we have a gold ring and a diamond. We can sell that stuff. Other than that, we have just over 600 gold pieces. Alright, next thing. Let's take a look at his spell book. For level 2, he does have Fire Burst, Electric Loop, Acid Arrow, and Mirror Image in the spell book, and we currently have some Fire Bursts and Mirror Image memorized. Let's trade in a Fire Burst. Let's get a Acid Arrow. And for level 1, he's got Burning Hands, Endure Elements, and Large Person Grease. Identify Lesser Orb of Acid. Mage Armor, Magic Missile, Protection from Alignment, Shield, Shocking Grasp, Sleep, and finally Summon Creature 1. We have Sleep, Shocking Grasp, Mage Armor, Shield, Burning Hands, and Magic Missile currently memorized. I think I'm going to keep those. And of course we have all the level 0 stuff. We currently have Rays of Frost and Acid Splashes memorized. Let's trade one of those Acid Splashes for a Ray of Frost. Those do slightly bit more damage, although Acid Splashes do come in handy when dealing with trolls and things, but I think we're going to be fine with just a 1. Alright. So, let's see, can we go for a rest and get those memorized? Let's see, do we have anything in our journal? No, we do not. There's a chest in here, though. Your chest. With Bull Strength, Bark Skin, Speed, and Protection +2. Let's grab all them. That Protection +2 necklace is a bonus to saving throws, although I currently have that Natural Armor necklace. I think I'm going to keep that one. For now, at least. Alright, there's nothing else in here. So, let's see what we have out here. There's somebody out here. Your father. Let's talk to him. Well, big day today, Peldor. Who are you? What do you mean, big day? I'm your father. And I mean the contest, of course. I think you had a bit too much coconut wine last night, if you've forgotten. Yeah. You're probably right. My mind's completely messed up, so could you remind me about what's going on? Every couple of years, some representatives of the Moon of Order monks come here to find new disciples to join and train with them to protect our lands. They hold a contest, and if you succeed, then you are offered a place in their order. It is a great honor. If I pass, will I have to shave a bald patch in my hair and wear a sack? I see the wine's still affecting you. The simple answer is no. You won't have to do that. It's optional. That's good to hear. I really don't need a haircut or to roam around in a sack. No doubt. Their order is the most respected in all of our lands, and some disciples stay with them for their entire lives, progressing through the ranks and gaining incredible powers and notoriety. So when does it all start, and what do I have to do? It will be later in the basement of Joe's. For sure, it will be a trial of combat, although your sister won by putting her opponents to sleep, so spells are allowed. They just want to see initiative and skill. So now I have a sister and a fight is coming. Is there anything else happening in my life that you'd care to tell me about? Like what? So my sister is happy with the order? We haven't heard anything from Serene herself, but according to some reports from her monks, she's doing well. Doesn't that bother you? Surely she'd have written. I don't worry, as I know the monks are a very respectable organization. She's better off with them than hanging around at Joe's or roaming around the jungle like a wild thing. Respectable organization? Where have I heard that before? We'll see. You always make up your own mind. That is why you are who you are, and we are very proud of you. One more thing. What do you do here? I am the captain of the guard here in Marintree. Any recent troubles? Oh, I keep busy all right. As there are so many different races and tribes here, you would have to be on your guard, or all hell could break loose. Not to mention coconut wine. Shouldn't be a problem now. I think you drank it all. One more thing. Could you tell me about my sister? Serene was a very peaceful girl, always reading her magic books or drawing. But when she was with you, she really came alive. The two of you were inseparable and very often uncontrollable. Sounds like a good sister to have. But if she was like that, it seems strange she hasn't contacted us, doesn't it? With the order, I've heard that part of the training is to switch off from the world you left and fully focus on your inner self. And Serene wanted that? She wanted both. To be with the people she loved, and also to satiate her thirst for knowledge of her own true capabilities. Still seems weird to me. Maybe she's already here. You should ask the monks. I will after I find out some things. Is there anything else you can tell me that will help in the contest? Don't worry, I think you'll be fine. But don't drink any coconut wine before you start, and stay away from the dryads and their mushrooms for today. That's common sense. When Serene left, you weren't around, and as she said goodbye, she told me that there were some things in her room. You were to have it on the day of your contest. Why didn't she tell me? It all happened so fast. Straight after the contest, the monks had to leave, so she had to run around getting ready and left straight away. She was very sad not to see you, but there was nothing she could do about it. I'll have a look in a minute. That's all I need to know for now. Thanks, Father. Don't forget to have a look in Serene's room. It could be important. Don't worry, I will. See you later. Okay, let's see. To the village. Serene's room. And there's a couple more doors down there. Let's see, does he say anything else? Well, did you find whatever it was that Serene left for you? No, what do you mean? Serene left some things for you in her room. Let me know what they were. I better go take a look. Alright, let's see, we had some journal updates too. Your sister left some things in her room for you when she left. You should see what they are, alright? Your sister Serene left to join the Order of the Moon a couple of years ago. Nobody has heard from her since. You should ask the monks about her. And every few years, representatives from the Order of the Moon come to your village to select, by trial of combat, new disciples to join their order. It is a great honor to be chosen, and this is happening later today at Joe's. You should go and see them. Alright, we certainly will, but first, let's check out Serene's room. There's a chest in here, and a journal update. We have a dagger +2 death armor. Cure criticals, amulet of natural armor, another one we have. Lesser boots of tumbling. A note from Serene, Serene's ring, and hiss of sleep. Let's read this note first. This must mean that your time has come to try out at the contest, so help yourself to my things. They may help you. I can't use them now, as we were told not to bring any of our material possessions. I'm so sorry I didn't have time to say goodbye. You weren't around, but I know we'll see each other again. Please, whatever you do, come and see me in the city, either as a new disciple or just you. I have something very important to tell you, something I should have told you a long time ago. Even now, I feel so sad to not be going with you, and I will miss you terribly. All my love, Serene. P.S. I think Orlando had a bit too much coconut wine when he gave me this instead of a piece of paper. Hang on to it and use it well. Yeah, it looks like it's actually a Call Lightning scroll. One last thing, please don't forget to bring my ring. I haven't got the nerve to sneak it past the masters, but you were always good at things like that. Okay, yeah, Serene's ring. Let's take a look at this thing. This is your sister's very beautiful ring, which she found in the jungle one day as you were playing. You cannot believe she left it behind when she joined the Order of the Moon. Ooh, increased the charisma +3, improved evasion, a blue light, and cure critical wounds once a day. Alright, let's grab all that stuff. Potion of death armor, let's hotkey that. Boots of lesser tumbling. You know what, let's hotkey that note too, since we can use it as a Call Lightning scroll. Now, Serene's ring, I don't know if... Yeah, the charisma is probably not going to help me very much. I want to keep these current rings on for now. If I need to use the Cure Critical Wounds, I'll just go ahead and equip it, I guess. Although that improved evasion would be really nice. Let's just hold on to it for now. And we have this Hiss of Sleep scroll, and yeah, we're not high enough to learn that just yet. So, let's put that scroll in our bag of holding with these other ones for now. Alright, the rest of this stuff we can probably just sell. Alright, does this actually go outside? Yes, it does. There is nothing else here. Let's see, now that we have that ring, let's see if we can talk to our father. Well, did you find whatever it was Serene left for you? Yes, she wants me to go and see her, even if I don't pass the contest. Well, you won't have any trouble, I'm sure. She also wants me to take her ring to her. I'm really surprised she left it here. Strange. Probably a monk thing, but whatever you do, please come and see us before you go flying off somewhere. I will, don't worry. Alright, and another journal entry. Your father seemed surprised Serene had left her ring behind. You should see him after the contest and before you decide what to do. Alright, what do we have in here? This is an empty room. And another empty room. And your parents' door, which is locked. Any chance to bash into it?
No effect. Time to try something else.
Alright. Well, I guess we're done here, so let's get out of here. And Marintree. Oh, there's somebody right in front of us. Sergeant Amicus. Let's take a look at a map. Let's see, where are we? We are over here. Your home. Joe's Tavern. That must be where the monks are at. The 3 statues. The Order of the Moon camp. Alright, let's go see this Sergeant Amicus, I guess. Sergeant Amicus. You were in a bit of a state last night now, weren't you, Peldor? I suppose so. That would explain my memory loss. Something to do with the mushrooms, no doubt. Messing with the dryads is not good for your health, you know. I know, but it's good for the soul. So what can I do for you? Where am I? That's some severe loss of memory you've got there. You're in the village of Marintree, which is also known as the heart of the Spirit Isles, as it's right in the middle of the islands. I need to know more. What happens here? Must have been good mushrooms. This town, with its central position, is a free trade zone, where all different tribes and races can trade in peace. What they do outside of here is their business. So we're in a market in the middle of a jungle? As well as being the finest producers of coconut wine and healing potions. Sometimes the two go hand in hand together. I know exactly what you mean. We're very lucky here. Since this place was started, we have worked well with the dryads to protect their jungle, so we have access to the finest and rarest natural ingredients in the whole land. Alright, we've been picking up 50 experience points here too. That explains the headache. What's with the big tavern? Well, you of all people should know. You spend a lot of time there. Humor me. That's Joe's place. Bit of a dodgy character, if you ask me. How do you mean, dodgy? Well, when he first came here, he said he was Joe, just Joe, and the name stuck. He's hiding something, but at the end of the day, his heart's in the right place. Apparently he fell in love with this village, but couldn't bear to leave his favorite tavern behind, so built an exact replica here. Must have had some gold to manage that. For sure, and it was probably all dirty cash from illegal activities, but now he's legitimate and has got most of yours. It sounds like he's doing a fine service for the community then. One more thing, and another 50 experience points we picked up too. Thanks for the information. The fog is lifting now, and it's starting to clear in my head. Okay. Let's see. To the tavern. Somebody named Gina. Is that where the 3 statues thing was? Yeah, it must be. Looks like we might have some shops here too. Who are these guys? Some guards. Can't wait for the contest to be over. These monks are a bit bossy. Some of the monks' women are really hot. Alright, Orlando. Oh, that was the guy in the scroll, wasn't it? On that note. P.S. I think Orlando has a bit too much coconut wine. He gave me this instead of a piece of paper. Okay. He must be selling scrolls, is my guess. Greetings, Peldor. Would you care to look at my scrolls? All handwritten and fully guaranteed. Alright, yep. He must be the scroll guy. Yeah, he got a bunch of scrolls. Is there anything here that could prove useful that I don't have? Ice Storm would be a nice one. Flame Arrow. Cone of Cold. Nothing I absolutely need. Let's see what everybody else has got. Let's see if I sell him something. He'll buy a dagger +2 for $59.95. Let's see if there's anybody else out here. A trader. So nice to get out of the jungle. And somebody named Orlando. Hello, Peldor, and welcome to my beautiful store of magic things. Would you like to take a look? Yes. Pretty expensive stuff. Boots of Hardiness +2 for over 15 grand. I certainly can't afford that. If I sell a dagger +2, $59.95 for that too. So these guys are buying stuff for the same price so far. Let's see. Anything else does she sell? Yep, she's got some trinkets, but yeah, still I cannot afford it. Until I start selling some of this stuff, then I might have some money. Yeah, let's hold on. Let's see if there's anybody else out here. And there's Sergeant Amicus again. Shouldn't you be at the contest by now, Peldor? I suppose I should. See you later. Alright, we can't get any further that way. There's more shops here. Who's this? Rob Greenfeld. Greetings to you, my friend. And greetings to you. Would you like to have a look at my store? Sure. Yeah, some pretty expensive stuff here. Ooh, $88.85. Yeah, he'll pay a lot of money for stuff here if I sell things to him. He has some weapons, though. Let's see what else he might have. Foot of the Lame Kobold for 26,000 gold pieces. Only usable by warlocks. Magic missile 3 times a day. What else does he have? Some grenade weapons. Alright, let's see. Before we start selling stuff, let's see what's in the rest of these shops. Let's see if this half-elf knows anything. I think I'll pop in Joe's later. Probably see you in there. A shopper. Not right now, I'm busy shopping. And a shopkeeper named Lori, I'm assuming. Hello, my friend. Would you like to see my potions? All locally produced and fully guaranteed. Alright. Yep, good amount of potions. I don't really need any potions, though. Nothing else. Let's see what she'll pay. $59.95. A ranger. Oh, who's this character? Gobbo.
Hello. How can Gobble be of assistance?
Well, that depends on what you do.
I sell the finest armor in the jungle. If you want weapons, see the orc. You can't miss him. You'll smell him first. Huh!
Orc the Slayer.
Watch it, or you'll be flattened out by my anvil, Greenie.
Alright, yeah, he's definitely selling armor. He's got some +2 stuff. Nothing I can use, though. And nothing else. What's he pay? Ooh, 10 grand for a dagger +2. Looks like that's probably his cap, too. Yep, so we're definitely selling stuff to him so far. And that must be Orc the Slayer. What's on the smith table? Nothing we can get with. Let's talk to Orc the Slayer.
Hello, friend. What are you after today?
That all depends on what you have.
The finest weapons for miles around. If you're after armor, go see slimy green weasel Gobbo next door.
You wouldn't be so mouthy if you weren't behind that table, orc. Come over here if you fancy a piece of Gobbo the Fearless.
Alright, let's see what you got. Alright, weapons. He's got +2 stuff. Heavy crossbow +2. That might be useful to buy that. 3,600 gold pieces for that. Nothing else I need, though. Yeah, that crossbow +2 would be the best thing. What is he paying? Also 10 grand for dagger +2. There's something back there. Sylvie. Alright, yeah, that's where Gina is over there. Chicken. Let's go see. Oh, there's somebody else. Somebody named Ebony. We can't get any further off that way. Let's talk to Sylvie. No way. I am not having it. But they smell so much nicer and would go perfectly there. And what about the thorns? Have you thought about that, my flappy little friend? Less of the little, I happen to be a big self. Anyway, thorns are a small price to pay for their beauty. Except for when you have to walk near them, that is. It's all right for you. You can fly around them. Well, perhaps if Madam would like to put some clothes on instead of parading around naked in front of the whole marketplace, then Madam wouldn't have a problem with thorns. It just so happens I like moving around like this. Besides, you never know who might come into town. You should always look your best. You old tart! Shh! We have a visitor. And a rather charming one as well. Hello, Peldor. Sorry about the commotion. Sylvie and I were just having a debate that got out of hand. Perhaps you could help us settle it. Sure, what's the problem, ladies? As you know, we're the gardeners here, and we want to put some flowers near the windmill. I want sunflowers, and Sylvie here wants to put roses, but the thorns scratch too much. What do you think? Definitely sunflowers. Got to keep the naked dryad happy now, haven't we? Let's see, roses, and you should put some clothes on to deal with them. Roses, but you should be the one to tend them, Sylvie, huh? Let's go with this one. Definitely sunflowers. Got to keep a naked dryad happy now, haven't we? See, I told you, Sylvie. Sunflowers it is. I'm going to have to keep an eye on you, my dear. Thank you. Keep both eyes if you want. I'll see you around. Alright, well, we got 150 experience points for that little endeavor. I found some really good mushrooms today. I'm sure you know the ones I mean. Perhaps later, Peldor, when you're not busy. Alright, we'll come back later. Alright, that's where Sergeant Amicus was. We can't get any further that way. Let's go talk to Gina next. And we're running up on time, too. I guess after this, we'll probably have to end the episode. Oh, there's a transition to the jungle. Alright, let's talk to Gina. Hello, Peldor. Did our ladies visit you, too? What do you mean, Gina? Now and then I come here to speak with our 3 ladies, but last night they spoke to me in sleep. What did they say? It was a bit confusing even to me. Oh dear, that means I've got no chance of understanding it. Yes, that's probably true. They all said to me that something was already here and would cause a great turmoil to our land before it got better. A doom and gloom, eh, Gina? I'm sure your name was mentioned somewhere too, young Peldor. In a good way, I hope. Maybe it was the turmoil, or just plain old something. Maybe both. I couldn't help but feel that whatever is here is not bad. But it is the catalyst that will restart events that began a long time ago and will affect us all. This is getting even more confusing. Be extremely careful. I know very dark powers are at work here. Just remember that the ladies always watch you, Peldor. Excuse me now. You take care too, Gina. Thanks for messing up my mind just when I needed it most. 150 experience points we got for that, though. Strange things afoot. And we have an altar here. An altar in front of the 3 statues of the guardians of Marintree. Patrona the druid, Finicky the sorcerer, and Shalo the warrior. These 3 women, after their travels throughout the land, founded the town of Marintree. After the bloodshed and destruction they had seen, and in some cases caused, they believed harmony could be achieved for all races and tribes, and this village is their testimony. Nobody knows what happened to them, but the peace they created here lives on. Alright. Order of the Monk, that's their camp over there. But we can't get over there, apparently. Alright, well, I do want to sell some of this stuff. And that's the way into the tavern. Yeah, I might do some of this shopping off camera. And then, yeah, we're running up on time, too. So I think we're going to do the rest of this in the next episode. We'll see you then, ladies and gentlemen.